Hi, in this video we are going to build CRUD operation for our genre class. Let's start. First, I'm going to create a new model and named genre. This is entity class and also a table. The table name is genre. This class has two attributes. One is ID and other one is name. So private integer ID, we need to add ID annotation and generated value, and other one is private string name. We also need to add getter and setter methods, so I'm gonna create getter and setter for these two. Okay, now let's create our repository. I'm gonna create a new Java interface named genre repository. And I'm gonna add repository annotation, and this is gonna extend GPA repository. In here, first parameter is class and second parameter is ID type, genre and integer. Okay, now finally let's create our controller. I'm gonna create a new controller named genre controller. This is gonna be a REST controller, and request mapping is slash genre. Okay, we also need to define our repository here. So genre repository, and we also need auto-wired annotation here. Okay, now let's create our save method. Void save. This function will take a genre object from the request and save it. So request body genre, this is gonna be post mapping slash save, and genre repository save genre. Okay, now let's start the application and test this. I'm gonna start my application. I'm gonna use Postman for testing. Okay, I'm gonna send a post request to localhost 8080 genre slash save, and in body, let's make it a little bit bigger. I'm gonna send a JSON object. Name is classics. So send to request. I think everything is fine. Let's check our database. I'm gonna refresh, and let's see. We have the genre table, and As you can see, our data has been added successfully. So let's try to add another one. And name will be fantasy. Fantasy. So send this request and run that query again. Okay, that's pretty cool. So if you want, we can update data with this function. For that, we need to add ID, and ID will be 7, and name. I want to change fantasy to science fiction. So let's do that. You can see ID 7 is belong to fantasy, and I'm gonna change science fiction and sending the request. So updating, you can see our data has been updated. Let's create the getAll method. So this is gonna return a list of genre and name getAll. Get mapping is getAll, and this is gonna return genre repository find out. So for testing that, I'm gonna restart my application. In this time, I'm sending a get request from localhost 8080 genre slash getAll, and you can see here this is working too. Last one, we need to add a delete method here. So this is gonna delete a record from the database. So void delete. This function will take ID from the path and delete the record which equals that ID. So path variable integer ID, and this is gonna be delete mapping slash delete slash in curly braces ID. So this is gonna take ID from the path and delete the record. So genre repository delete by ID. Okay, that's it. Let's test this now. I'm gonna restart my application. Okay, let's send a delete request to delete ID 6. Okay, I'm gonna send a delete request from delete slash 6. Let's send it. Now let's send a get request and check if the data has been deleted successfully. I'm gonna send a get request from genre slash get all. Our data has been deleted, so let's check here too. Okay guys, see you in the next video.